This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, your world leader in optics since 1917, and by Jamaica. Once you go, you know. This week I'm in Jamaica, and we're here at a jerk pork center. We're going to try some jerked pork. And Jamaica is the third largest island in the Caribbean. It's roughly the size of Connecticut in the USA, but it's got 28 different endemic species of birds. On this show, we're going in quest of the endemic hummingbirds in particular. But first, let's try some jerked pork. Thanks, Irving, man. Yeah, man. Let's go birding. Jamaica is the third largest island in the Caribbean and one of the best island birding destinations in the world. With 28 endemic species of birds that can be found in just a few days, this island has it all. From beaches to deserts to mountains to forests, there's a huge diversity of birding habitats. Come to this fantastic island and get all 28 of these beautiful endemic birds. Tra-la-la, twiddly-dee-dee, it's peace and goodwill to wake up in the morning on Mockingbird's Hill. Hotel Mockingbird Hill is simply put the best birding destination and lodge on the northeast coast of Jamaica. The majority of the Jamaican endemic birds can be found right in the gardens, including Jamaican owl and our golden bird for the show, the black-billed streamertail. The vistas are breathtaking, with the majestic blue mountains on the one side and the ocean on the other. This is my favorite part of Jamaica, with quaint beaches like Frenchman's Cove and Boston Bay, and most importantly, some of Jamaica's prime birding sites are just around the corner. John Allen from Nikon Sport Optics joined us for this show and brought with him the latest and greatest digiscoping equipment to assist us in getting footage of our golden bird, the black-billed streamertail. Before targeting the hummingbirds, we focused on the endemic tanagers and thrush species of the island of Jamaica. There are two endemic thrush species found in Jamaica. One is much more common than the other and very easy to see, the white-chinned thrush. Known locally as hopping dick, this endemic thrush is common everywhere on the island and is likely to be one of the first endemic birds that a visitor will encounter. The other is a very, very shy bird. Although it's widespread, it's very tough to see, and that is the white-eyed thrush, a beautiful thrush species with a black head and a bold white eye. We've got a pair of Jamaican spindalis, or Jamaican stripe-headed tanager here, and also quite a few Jamaican euphonias. Both of these birds are fruit-eating endemics of the island of Jamaica. There are two endemic birds in the tanager family. The Jamaican spindalis and the Jamaican euphonia can often be found together in fruiting trees, especially fig trees. The Jamaican spindalis is also called the Jamaican stripe-headed tanager on account of the male's beautifully patterned head. The female lacks the colourful head and is a much drabber bird in general. These are large tanagers that often feed in pairs, looking for ripe fruit in the area. Formerly, Jamaican spindalis were part of the stripe-headed tanager complex, which has now been split into 4 different and entirely separate species. Like the Jamaican spindalis, the small Jamaican euphonia is also part of the tanager family and is only found in Jamaica. It is widespread across the island in any suitable forest habitat. These birds are most commonly seen in the canopy, browsing berries, small fruits, flowers and buds. A cute member of the tanager family, the Jamaican euphonia.
Jamaica sweet, Jamaica nice, yeah. Potent tone, yeah. Jamaica nice, Jamaica paradise.
On every Nikon's Birding Adventures episode, we like to experience the culture of the places that we're birding in. So here we are at the Musgrave Market in Port Antonio, where you can get anything from a carrot to a bag of coffee to some beautifully carved masks. Just about anything in the world you can find right here in the marketplace. A vibrant place full of color, music and beautiful smiles. Rock Bottom has legendary status in Jamaica as one of the best carvers here in the entire country. Tell me, Rock Bottom, how long does it take you to do these birds?
Well, this one it take me like 2.5 days to complete. Finish it, sand it and to color, you know.
And this one?
It will take me almost the same. When I'm in good mood, maybe less, but relaxed and working, it will take me like 2.5 days.
And tell me, why do they call you Rock Bottom?
Because I cut price right down to the bottom.
Beautiful stuff. So how much is this?
Well, this sell for in US dollars. This piece can go like for in 80, but sometimes I bargain down like 75 or 70, you know?
And for me, you're going to give it for 50, right?
No, I think the 70 is better.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah,
right here at Rock Bottom's place in the Musgrave Market in Port Antonio. Hi, I'm James Curry from Nikon's Birding Adventures TV. I'm going to show you how easy it is to use the Audubon Guides apps to help you become a better birder through learning the calls and songs of birds. Very simple. We've got an American robin calling over here. You simply click on voice and it brings up several different calls that the bird makes from different areas in the country. We've got a song and a whinny call. We've got peek and tut calls. We've got flight note calls. And of course then we've got the song. A whole host of different calls so that you can learn the songs and calls of the birds around you. Available on iTunes for iPhone, iPad and iPod Touch, and also on the Android market.
I love sharing Audubon Guides with my friends on my iPod Touch.
We're sitting on a bamboo raft on the Rio Grande River in Portland Parish on the northeast coast of Jamaica. We're about to head down these crystal clear rivers, perhaps down a couple of smaller rapids. We've got our Nikon Edge field scope and our tripod set up, and we're going to have a great day's birding on the river. Let's go birding.
Burn a minute like the one papa sun.
John, we've got a snowy egret over there on the right-hand side. This is a bird which is called golden slippers by the Jamaicans. And the reason it's called golden slippers is we all know that snowy egrets have got those bright yellow feet, and the local Jamaicans call it golden slippers. A beautiful, beautiful name for a pretty special bird, and one that's common all over North America, all the way through South America and in the Caribbean. Jamaican woodpecker, top of that tall tree. This Jamaican woodpecker is a Melanopes species of woodpecker. The Melanopes genus is quite a large genus of woodpeckers, and they generally look very, very similar. But the Jamaican woodpecker has got this beautiful patterning on the back and this nice bright red crown. It's also quite a large Melanopes. Unlike our red-bellied woodpecker of North America, which is fairly small, the Jamaican woodpecker is sizably bigger than our red-bellied. Look at those dreads. That's a beautiful thing. Let me see that, buddy.
Woo! Check at that. Dreadlocking in Jamaica.
Yeah, man, take the sign
on
of
the
the
bamboo
floating
canoe.
bar, man.
Woohoo!
Yeah, man.
We can pull it with your hair.
Yeah, man.
No way.
Problem, man.
Check at that. Check how strong this guy's hair is, man.
No problem.
He can pull a raft. He can pull us with his hair.
No problem.
Spending the day on the Rio Grande, one really gets to appreciate how bountiful this island is. With a little help from our friends, we even managed to catch our own lunch.
So we're going down on these bamboo rafts. We've come across my Jamaican buddy Richie. He's catching freshwater mussels and freshwater crayfish right here in the Rio Grande River. I'm going to dive down here, catch some with him.
Just take it down.
I got some, Richie.
Yeah,
What is this stuff that we're collecting?
this is busso, what you call it, mussels too. You know, nice thing to make soup and stew. All different way you can do it. Yeah,
It tastes good?
yeah, great thing.
All right,
Good
and
for your body. You know, so when you drink some of this, you get a lot of youth.
you get a lot of youth, huh?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
well,
good for your body.
right, we need youth on this show. We're going to
Yeah.
be looking for some amazing birds in Jamaica. We need the youth, so we've got to eat the freshwater mussels.
Yeah.
And also, we're going to go down and catch some crayfish too.
Ooh, beans and rice. Look at that.
Okay, and here is your mussel soup.
Oh, wow.
Here it is.
We got the crayfish in there too. Oh man, that looks good.
There are 5 species of toady worldwide, and all are found in the Caribbean islands. Of these, the Jamaican toady is the smallest. These are stunning little birds, and whilst at lunch on the Rio Grande, we were entertained by these tiny emerald gems.
Eating lunch next to this magnificent river, I've got a toady 3 feet from me while I'm having freshwater mussels and crayfish. An awesome lunch right here with an endemic bird right behind me.
Toadies are related to kingfishers, bee-eaters and rollers, and like their relatives, they will hunt for their prey from a perch, which includes insects and small lizards. They are also similar to their relatives in their breeding habits, excavating a burrow in a bank that ends in a nesting chamber. They feed their babies up to 140 times a day, which is amongst the most for any bird species known to man. These industrious little birds are a true delight and were a welcome distraction at our lunch on the river.
This colourful little toady is fondly called by the Jamaicans robin redbreast or the Rasta bird. That was classic. I mean, this is birding in Jamaica. The most incredible, most beautiful, most happy people you'll ever come across. Right here in Jamaica, you'll have the birding time of your life.
This Birding from the Edge segment is brought to you by Nikon, manufacturers of the Edge line of optics.
One of the things I love most about birding is that it takes me to some of the most beautiful, incredible places created by God on this planet. I'm going to go find one of those places right now.
This is Birding from the Edge. 4 resident species of hummingbird are found in Jamaica. 3 of them are found nowhere else in the world, and one of them, the Vervain Hummingbird, is a contender for the title of smallest bird in the world.
Vervain Hummingbird competes with the little bee hummingbird of Cuba for being the smallest bird in the world. These tiny Vervain hummingbirds will perch on this exposed perch, and at this time of the year they're doing this magnificent display where they fly up, straight up into the air, male and female, and they'll kind of meet each other and display and come down again. It's a very awesome display to watch, and this is one of the smallest birds in the world, right here on the island of Jamaica. This is not an endemic species of hummingbird, but there are 3 others that are, and we're going to go and find them. That was a black mango. Absolutely stunning. Literally, probably 2 to 3 inches from my face.
The Jamaican mango is an endemic species of hummingbird found nowhere else in the world and only on the island of Jamaica. Its natural habitats are subtropical and moist lowland forests and even heavily degraded secondary forest habitat. At first glance, the Jamaican mango might appear black, but get it under the right light conditions and it reveals a whole variety of stunning colors: greens, golds, magentas and purples, all around the neck area on this stunning Jamaican endemic.
Red-billed streamertail is the national bird of Jamaica. Here, on the western part of the island, at Rocklands Bird Sanctuary, red-billed streamertails will come in and land right on your finger. This tiny nest belongs to a red-billed streamertail female. She's just left the nest to go and feed, and there's 2 tiny white eggs inside.
Dr. Bird is the name given to the fetching bird identified in field guides as the red-billed streamertail, or less formally as swallowtail, streamertail, swallow streamer or scissors tail. There are many stories that explain the naming of the Dr. Bird. One states that it is called Doctor because its long black tail resembles the long black tailcoats doctors were known to wear in the past. According to Frederick Cassidy, the bird is an object of superstition. The Arawaks spread the belief that the bird had magical powers. They called it the God Bird, believing it was the reincarnation of dead souls. This is manifested in a folk song which says, "Dr. Bud, a cunny bird, hard bird for dead," which means it is a clever bird which cannot be easily killed. It is amazing how much attention elongated tail feathers attract. As if these assorted nicknames are not confusing enough, the Dr. Bird appears naturally in 2 different flavors, the red-billed and the black-billed streamertail, one of the finest specimens to be found in the Greater Antilles. Of course, the bird's stately silhouette proves the provenance of its name, but does nothing to describe the brilliant emerald coloration of this, one of the most spectacular hummingbirds on Earth. The black-billed streamertail is a Jamaican endemic, closely related to its endemic cousin, the red-billed streamertail. But while the red-billed variety is easily found throughout Jamaica, the black-bill is restricted to the eastern corner of the island. The independent mobility of the streamers is also pretty cool, as is the way in which the trailing feathers make a loud humming sound in flight. The black-billed streamertail stands as one of the most special endemics to see, and one of the most special spots in the Caribbean. It's safe to say that no hummingbird lover's list is complete without it. Our golden bird, the black-billed streamertail.
Ah, Jamaica. Once you go, you'll know.
This episode's digiscoping tip involves stalking. I've got my Nikon D3100 camera, I've got an FSA adapter, and I've got my Nikon Edge field scope. And right in this tree over here, we've got arguably the smallest bird in the world, the Vervain Hummingbird, slightly larger possibly than the bee hummingbird. And it's perched in this dry twig behind me, and I'm going to show you how you can get awesome images and really good video through your field scope. The one thing I always like to do before actually digiscoping is just watching the bird for a few minutes, see what it's doing, monitor its behavior. And this Vervain Hummingbird keeps coming back to one particular twig. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in from far away, and I'm going to make sure that I get an insurance shot of this Vervain hummingbird right now, and then I'm going to stalk and try and get closer and closer. Beautiful. So right there, I've got my fairly wide shot of the Vervain hummingbird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it roll. I don't want to disturb the bird by going forward. Vervain hummingbirds are quite difficult to approach closely. So I'm going to wait for him to fly off, as he's been doing, and then I'm going to move into position and get closer. There, he just flew, so let's go. And try always to use a little bit of cover as well. So right now, here I am behind a little bit of cover, and I've got my closer shot. So we've just got 3/4 frame superb shots of Vervain hummingbird. So remember to take your time, remember to stalk and stagger your approach, anticipate what the bird's going to be doing, and you're going to get some awesome images and video through your Nikon Edge Field Scope.
It's sitting on a station floor, heading back to a place you've never been before, and it's hard to be happy